We are prone to judging the things in others that we do not understand. We point fingers at whatever makes us feel uncomfortable. We throw stones instead of life preservers, piercing eyes instead of tenderness. Light does not mean we enable darkness, ever, but it does mean that we will use our hurtful tendencies and exchange them for healing tendencies. Jesus in me should always lead to love, not to writing someone off as disposable. Imagine all the sinking boats we are swiftly walking by because we think ourselves too good to stop. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Grab your gloves because we're about to pour some magic. My name is Tammy, and I'm so glad you joined the chaos with me today. I have something interesting today for us. My daughter had this suncatcher, and it was beautiful. Had a red bird on it with some branches and beautiful flowers, and I accidentally broke it. So I had this wild, crazy idea. I glued it back together, and then I poured a silicone over it. And I got this. So I'm going to place it into this mold here, and we're going to make a little dish for her that she can lay out and put her little decorative balls in or something, you know, whatever she wants to do with it. But I'm going to show you another piece that I picked up at my local Goodwill store to kind of give you a general idea of what I'm talking about, because she already took the suncatcher, so I can't show you what it looked like. So I picked this up from my local Goodwill, and I planned on pouring a silicone on it to get that beautiful magnolias and a bird out of there to where I can place it into any kind of resin piece that I like. So I can get these magnolias and the vines and stuff. So that's what I mean. She had a suncatcher, and I poured silicone over the suncatcher. And then I got this beautiful inlay. So if you have suncatchers laying around your house and you really like the scenery in them, I guess you do because you bought the suncatcher, pour silicone over it and get you a little inlay out that you can place in a tray or anything that you'd like to make a home decor piece with. That's what we're going to be doing today. I picked out some colors here. This tray I picked out has a little area around the edging here that I kind of want to fill in a little bit with this Mayspring Golden Labradorite. And we're not going to fill that area up. I'm just going to pour a little bit in there. And I'm going to be using for the tray color one of these blues here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, and they're by Vivid Dye, because I wanted a transparent color. And all of the octopus inks that I had, the colors just wasn't really what I'm going for. So I couldn't use any of those, and I wanted a transparent color. And I just don't have a lot to choose from for transparent colors. So, yeah, this is what we got. And I want to drop in either this Mateo Galaxy or this Let's Resin Interference Blue mica powder. And this I decided I'm not using. I was going to use this Sparkle Gold, but I decided against it. I think it's just too light. It's really not what I'm looking for. I think this probably is going to work out the best. So we'll see. I've got my resin here, and I am using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. This is what it looks like. And if you'd like to give this resin a go, I have a link down below where you can purchase it from, or you can get it off of Amazon. But my discount code does not work on Amazon, so if you'd like to help me out, you buy it from Bond Crafter. But here's my discount code up here in the corner. The only difference is you'll get it a little bit later than Amazon. So I'm going to open up the Golden Labradorite. And I have a little bit of resin right here in this cup because I like to mix up my mica powder in just a little bit of resin before I put the rest of my resin in the cup. And that helps me not have any mica powder clumps in my cup. And it keeps the bubbles down to a minimum because I'm not whipping up my whole cup of resin. One of my subscribers sent me this Mayspring Golden Labradite. So now we're going to go ahead and pour some resin in here. I don't know how much I'm going to need because, like I said, I'm not going to be putting a lot in here. So let's see how far we'll get with that. Now over here I have 3 cups. And I have the sky, the blue, and the cyan. And we're just going to do a little drop of each in there. And see which color we like the best. Okay, I'm going to put just a drop of the blue. No, that's the sky. And then here's the blue. That'll give us a general idea. The colors we're looking at. And that cyan looks the lightest. So it may be the one I end up going with. Yep. One of the two. Maybe the sky. I don't know. One of them. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol in my mold over here. And that's going to help out with any bubbles forming on the edges or in the bottom, which will be the top of our plate here, our dish here. I am using 99% isopropyl alcohol. You can use 91%. And I'm just going to take a Q-tip over here where it's on the dripping down the side of the mold, and I'm going to clean it up because I don't want that drip to be in our next pour. Okay, we're going to take the heat gun, move it through there, pop any surface bubbles. Spritz some alcohol. And then we're going to let it cure. I'm going to move this, and then we're going to take this extra resin I have left over, and we're going to pour these shaker turtles. I haven't poured any of those in a while, and if I have some left over, I want to pour this little guy again too. And hang on, lay this down, I'll be right back. Okay, and I wanted to mention this turtle right here. I opened it the other day and told you all that I'd ordered it. I forgot. I didn't order this. I ordered a teddy bear, a little teddy bear mold. And this came in and it didn't have a slip inside of it, you know, to where someone had sent it to me as Happy Mail. So I thought this was the one that I'd ordered, not thinking that it was a teddy bear I'd ordered. But one of my subscribers sent me this, and she said she tried to leave a little note in there, but it wouldn't let her on this one. So thank you, Kathy, so very much for sending this to me. And she also is the one that sent us these cute little jewelry pieces. Remember, I opened these in Happy Mail and they didn't have a name with them. It was Kathy that sent these to us. They are so beautiful. So thank you so much, Kathy. She emailed me and she was afraid that I didn't receive them because she didn't see the video that I placed them in, or she didn't know that this was the ones that she had ordered. Maybe they didn't look the same in the picture. Anyway, it was Kathy that sent us both of these, and I wanted to correct that and make sure I got it right. And since there's not a slip for us to put in our box here, I'm fixing to go ahead and do my big box giveaway very soon. So this is coming up. I've got a couple I want to get out of the way first, and then we're going to be doing this, so it don't slam me all at once. So we'll get Kathy's name on here and put ×2 in the giveaway. Thank you so much, Kathy. They are so cute. I love this little turtle. And I thought about getting him. I put him in my, actually he's in my cart on my Amazon thing. And I must have put him in my wish list too. I didn't know I'd done that. But I'm glad I did because now I got him. But it states in the description on this little guy that it's a diamond turtle. And it's not a diamond turtle. Unless they're calling their little rockback diamonds. But anyway, it's the cutest little turtle ever. This is one of the castings from it. It was my first time pouring it. And I really like this combination so much that we're going to do it in one of these turtles too. But I picked out another green. I got the, not green, I got the gold and I got the fairy green. I think I picked out the wrong one. Let me see. Yep. Let me go grab the other one. I didn't want the gold. I was trying to get the black cherry. There it is. I think that might be pretty. I don't know. Let me check the other box. That's dark green. Green, maple. We sure don't want maple. I used the dark green to make this turtle. That's a beautiful color. So I'm going to do that for that one. And then we're going to try let's try the fairy green on this one. And if we have enough, we'll do the green on this one. And there's that one. I think that looks beautiful, don't it? When you turn it, it throws off so many colors. And the shape of the head and everything in there. You know, it closes in the area. And it just gives you a beautiful, beautiful effect. Okay, now I'm going to use the dark green in this one. Okay, we're going to use Deep Sea over here and Petrol over here. Instead of using them both like we did in this turtle, we're just going to use one in each. And I'm going to use my T-Rex alcohol ink in this one and my Yum Craft Sinker White in this one. And what I think I'm going to do with this one, since I only have a little bit of resin left, we're going to spritz some alcohol in there. And then we're going to go ahead and pour this resin down into the shell of the turtle. Just the shell. Because I don't have enough to fill him anyway. Okay. Now I'm going to get these diamonds from Laura's Art Corner. They sparkle under the resin. Usually you lose diamonds in resin. They don't show up. These right here from Laura's Art Corner, they just dance around in the resin. So I'm going to add them to the shell. I'm going to have to trim some of this. I didn't realize it until a little bit ago when I placed it down there. So we're going to have to trim some of it off. Okay, I didn't have to cut off a lot, so that's good. I mixed up 6 ounces of resin, and we couldn't put all of it in this cup because it may overflow. So I split it up a little bit into 2 cups. We're going to use our Let's Resin machine, the new one that I just got this last week. I'll throw it up here for you, and I'll also put my discount code up there if you'd like to go grab you one. Alright, I'm just going to do 5 minutes because that's all I need on this resin. So I'm going to hit the button and I'll meet you back. And here's our epoxy resin. Has a few bubbles on the top, but they should pop just fine. I do see something in there though. I'm not sure what that is, but I need to scoop it out. I'm not sure what that was. No telling. So what we're going to do is add the cyan to this cup and the blue to this cup, since we're not going to use a lot of the blue and just a bunch of the cyan. I'm going to go ahead and add it to this cup. I put 5 drops in there. And I'm not going to stir it up vigorously. We should have added this before we put it in the machine, but I wasn't going to use the machine, and then I thought about it at the last minute, so yeah. I think that's a beautiful color. Yes, we're not going to do any more drops. Okay. And I'm afraid to do all of that in that blue, so I'm just going to half it and see. And I just put 2 drops in there. That's it. We're going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol in there. I'm just going to spritz it really around the edges. And go ahead and go in with the cyan. And we're just going to put a little bit of that blue there. A little bit more down here. Okay, what I have left here, I'm going to add this to it. And I put 8 drops in here. So hopefully that'll give us a little bit darker blue on there, because I want it to be darker than that. Okay, that looks good. And it'll look like an actual sky maybe. I got a little bit of resin left in all of these cups here. So we might be able to fill this turtle up with what we have left. But I need to brush in its flippers because I haven't done that yet. I'm going to use my Lucky Mica in Chrome Powder Yellow Green to brush in now. We're just going to use what's in here. I'm going to use my Emerald Green and Octopus ink and drop a little of that in here. Okay, everything looks good. I don't think we have any bubbles around the edges here. So, yeah, everything looks good. We're going to spritz some more alcohol on it to pop any more bubbles. Oh, before I go, I wanted to mention I decided against using either one of these. So, yeah. I'm just going to put them back up because I'm not going to use them. I think we're good with this right here. All right. I will see you all in the morning. See you later. We are ready to demold this. And then we have some other things over here to demold our turtles. I can't wait to demold that one because we put the diamonds on its back. So I'm excited for that. Let's go ahead and get this out. I'm going to get some paper to put down here, just in case I have some little pieces of resin floating around and it won't attach itself to it. Oh, that turned out pretty. I love how that edge looks. I hope our bird's going to look beautiful in there. Let's get that inlay out. Okay, I'm going to use my heat gun just a little bit because I see some of the resin just a little bit got underneath there. We probably don't even need the heat gun, to be honest. Let's see, I'm going to use it just a little bit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get our inlay out. And we can just do the rest of the cleanup later. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. This was, the original piece was gifted to my daughter and signed, and I didn't want the name in there. I didn't want to capture the name in there and do my art on top of that art. So I'm going to place a flower in there to cover that because she has the original piece anyway, you know, because I glued it for her. So I'm just going to use some of these flowers from one of our projects and see if that'll work. I'm thinking about the flowers over here, putting these little T90 ones right in the center to kind of even it out so it doesn't look strange. So what do you think about that? Or this is one of my molds right here, and I love this flower. It's beautiful. But I think it's just, although it's beautiful, I think it's just too big for this maybe. What do you think? Or should we do that one? Although I love this one and I want to use it so very badly, I think that probably looks the best. Okay, so we're sticking with that. Now we need to this is so pretty like this. I don't even want to put paint in it. It's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I wonder how paint's going to do in it. I wonder if I should put the color in there and then wipe it off. I don't know if, you know how sun catchers have that, I don't know if you can see it. You see all through there where there's not a design? I wonder if paint's going to get in that area too. Let's check it out. Let's see, do we want all of the bird red? Because her original one is red. Yeah. But I'm going to put some paint up there because I want to see if it's going to... Yep, it is. But it's beautiful how it's sitting in it. Can you see it? See how the paint's just sitting in the little tiny cracks? What if we done that? Oh, this is going to be challenging after learning that. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to worry about it. I think it's just going to add to the beauty of it. So we're just going to go ahead and put our colors in the bird. And work our way around. Yeah. I think I might get a paintbrush though. I've got my colors picked out. My gloves are a little messed up. Yeah, they're a little dirty because I've been testing paints and stuff. What we're going to do is I'm going to try to paint that flower right there and our centers instead of casting them again. And I also think I'm going to put them on a spinner. And instead of her using it to put decorative balls in, she can just hang it on the wall. I think that'd be beautiful. So if we put that there, then it would spin. And all of the centers of the flowers would spin. I think that'd be beautiful on the wall. What do you think? Yes! I think that's what we're going to do. So that means these will not I'll have to do a resin top coat. I don't have to, but I'm going to because, you know, to clean up the edges and to lock in our colors that we paint everything in. But I'll have to do the top coat in another video. And then I'll show it to you after I finish the top coat. Or I'll do it with you and just add it into a video. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So that way you don't miss anything. But we're going to paint these. And if they don't look good, then I'll just cast them and add them on there. We're going to do this flower here in this beautiful lavender sachet. And I may add a little bit of this glitter finish over it, but I'm not sure. I have to see on that. And then for the little flower next to it, oh, this one over here is going to be this titanium, dark titanium white. This one. And then this little flower here is going to be the same color. And then this flower down here is going to be the seafoam. And then the branch around it's going to be this dark chocolate. And then I might put some of this on the bird with the red. And then this gold right here by Deco Art, I'm going to put in the centers of these and dust it with the Super Sparkle Gold from Laura's Art Corner. Yep. So that's what's happening. I'm going to go ahead and put you on a time lapse while I get all that painted in, and then I'll meet you back on the other side. And I'm finally finished, but I made a few changes. I did not like this flower, after all, right there. I thought it to be too big and just so out of place. So I went and grabbed some of my green leaves that we used in my beautiful table set that I made in the lavender and the silver. So I got some of those leaves and I placed them on the vine. So I think that looks beautiful. And then we're going to keep our little centers here on the flowers because I think that's really going to be pretty. What do you think? I think I like these as the centers because we're going to dip them in the Super Sparkle Gold or the Opulent Champagne Glitter powder. Now, I dipped both of these to show you. This is the Super Sparkle Reflection Glitter. And this is the Opulence Gold. And these are too big now. Our centers are going to be a lot smaller than that. So take that into consideration. Which ones do you like? This one or this one? Let me know in the comment section below. And I will look at everyone's comment, read it, and then I will count each of them up, and whichever vote wins, that's what we'll go with. This one or this one. Because I still need to put a top coat over this. And that's when we'll add the flowers. Now, should we make them spinners? All three of these spinners? Or just put them on there and let it be? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it so I can finish this piece off and have your all's opinion. I used my J. Diction epoxy 5-minute fast setting glue to put the eye on right there. I think that turned out beautiful. I love the colors that I used in the flowers. What do you think? Let me know what you think about this. And that's how you can use a sun catcher and make a beautiful piece out of it. Make your inlay and then place it in a tray or whatever and make it as a wall piece or a table piece, whichever you prefer. I think it turned out beautiful. I love how it looks. And it was so much fun to create. Don't forget to stick around to the end because we're doing the drawing for the weekly giveaway. I didn't have a lot of entries this week, so I hope everyone remembers to always comment in Friday's video if you'd like to be in the weekly drawings. Let's get our turtles demolded. I'm going to take this one out first. Oh, wow, that is so cute. Look at that. I put one on his nose. Focus. That turned out really cute. Really cute. Okay, now let's get our little shells out first. That's what they look like. Oh, that turned out so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you just put the little shell on its back after you fill the little shaker up. Have to trim it just a tiny, tiny bit. Maybe not. Then we'll get this one out. Oh, that turned out pretty. I love these. They're so cute. Aren't those colors just beautiful on them? Someone will get them in their order. Uh-oh, I don't know. I can make that work. I almost got that shell too little. So that's how those turned out. Pretty cute, pretty cute. All right, are you ready for the giveaway? I am. Let's see who won the giveaway this week. All right. I'm going to give it a bit of a shake. And then get this right here ready for our ball. And here we go. We got a ball. And it is B13. B13. Let's see who that is. Okay, I'm going to put the name up here because I don't know if it's B.S. Proston or B. Spruston. I don't know, but I'm going to put it up here. B.S.P.R.O.S.T.O.N. That's my winner. Congratulations, my friend. If you will send me your pick that you would like, then, and send me your address to my email address. I'll put my email address right here so you don't have to go hunting for it. You can just take a screenshot of it. It's also in my description box as well. Just send me your address and your pick that you would like from my makes from last week. Now let me move this right quick and I'll show you what's up for grabs. This notebook here that was done with the Resin diamond mold. It's got some paper in it and a beautiful little sticky notes. And then a beautiful little pocket holder to store things in. And then, of course, we have the beautiful table piece that I made. And this is for the napkins. So we have that set. That's a set. And I'm also going to throw this in. This was a coaster set that I made a while back. I domed the inside. And I put the feet on the bottom. It says, if I had a single flower for every time I think about you, I could walk forever in my garden. And this was a video where I showed how you can drop inks using little bitty tiny balls. Little balls like this. And then here's the coasters. Whoops. And they just slide right in there. There's that one. And then that one. And then that one. So I'm throwing that in this week's giveaway. And it'll just roll over into the next week if no one picks it. And that's kind of how I'll do it. Then we have all of the little bread ties. And if you pick this, then you get every one of them. So there's those, and they come as a set. You get every one of them if you pick these. And I put holes in some of them with my hole makers. So you can put them on like a keychain. There's 3, I think, made like that. And I'm also going to throw this in. It's a cute little toilet. We done this in a video together, and it's 2 cats fishing on the back of the toilet seat. So whichever you want, just let me know, my friend, and I will get that shipped out to you. Thank you so much for everyone that entered this week. And don't forget that if you win, then you can't enter until we start over again. And that gives everybody a chance to win. So if you're one of my winners, just remember that you can't enter into the next upcoming giveaways. And you'll have to wait until I tell you that we started over for you to enter again. And that just keeps it fair and gives everybody else a chance to win. All right, I hope everyone enjoys your weekend. I don't know if any of you have any plans this weekend. I really don't have any plans. I'm just going to kick back, relax, and chill a bit this weekend. So I hope you have a wonderful one. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.